So this is something, I mean, I guess cool is the wrong word, but something very interesting. So I used to love this book. It was a movie, and then I ended up reading the book, and I read it several times. And like looking back, I remembered something about Easter in this book. And this book is pretty nuts because it exposes a little bit about the origins of Easter. And what's crazy is, well, not crazy. What's funny is the main characters, this lady and her daughter, and other characters in the book, are practicing witches. Which, you know, when I was reading it, I didn't really, like, I kind of got it, but I was like, oh, it's just like cool little magical things. But this is like real life witchcraft that people are doing today. So I'm just going to flick through a few references because this is pretty interesting. So just to show you, like, these people are witches, Wiccans, pagans, whatever. So there's a few little bits. So there's rituals that they do. So they've moved to a new house and it's scary and it's dirty and dark and whatever. So they light a candle for every room, specific colours. That's what witches do for specific meanings. Incense, burning incense. You know, if you're doing it in a ritual practice, candles and incense on their own in a room just to light up a room and smell nice is fine. But in a ritual practice, that's like intentional and it's witchcraft. They each hold a candle, they bang metal spoons in a pan to scare away like the bad spirits. And they sing and shout and stamp, so like very ritualistic. What else? So the daughter has this like imaginary friend called Pontouf, and it's like a rabbit. And, you know, the mum can sometimes see it, but it's like, I remember hearing one time about, like, I think familiars is like a term they use in the witchcraft world. Like, it was even exposed in a kids show, like, what's it called? Anyway, you know, each witch has a familiar, and it's like their pet, but I think it's also like this weird spiritual or imaginary thing. But yeah, I think that's a familiar that they're referencing there, which is like a witchcraft thing. Like, I don't, one sec. Yeah, talking about glamours. So it's like, I don't even know how to describe that or exactly what it is, but that's another witchcraft term. Oh, this is great. So the daughter, she's feeling left out because her and her mother are the only people in this small town that aren't like religious. And she says, oh, so the mum says, we could go to church if that's what you want, but you know it wouldn't change anything. This is very ironic. And then the little daughter says, why not? They don't believe. They don't care about God. They just go. Think about it. People have this almost ritualistic thing of going to church on a Sunday because they think it'll save them. Singing on Sunday ain't going to save your soul. Jack Johnson said that well. Oh yeah, and you know, she's taught her daughter of the hypocrisy of the church. So it's exposing these little tidbits, and it's like, this is a fiction book, but there is truth in here. And I've read this so many times that it's never clicked until now. Just insane. Oh, so this is just like a story about how, I don't know if this is like fictional to the story or like a story that's an origin of where the Easter egg hunt comes from, like going and searching for Easter eggs. But anyway, I won't go through all that, but it's just another little reference. Yeah, the Pied Piper is included in this Easter display of the witch mother. So she's like doing an Easter chocolate festival to rival the church's Easter festival. And they're all from the same origin, which she explains and she teaches her daughter. Alright. So this is the perspective of the like priest of the town, the Catholic priest, I think it is. Is this what she intends? A gathering of these people, a celebration of excess? How we fought to eradicate those remaining pagan traditions. So you're following in the traditions of the pagans, but trying to whitewash it with Christianity? It doesn't work like that. How we preached and cajoled the egg, the hare, still living symbols of the tenacious root of paganism. This book is just exposing the truth, even though it's a fiction book. Exposed for what they were. What they are, sorry. Oh, man. So the main character is speaking about her mother now. So the grandmother of the daughter. So her mother has all these items, cards, herbs, books, oils, scented ink she used for scrying, which is a witchcraft practice, a Wiccan practice. Runes, charms, crystals, candles of many colours, like significant colours for different spells and things like that. And then here she's actually doing a spell, and I can't believe I kept reading this book even after seeing this and being a self-professed Christian. I am ashamed of that. But she's explaining this little ritual, which, I don't know if I should go into, but, there's like specific things that she does, different items she uses. And, talking about her mother doing rituals and incantations or witchcraft. And then she's talking about how, like, people's idea of magic is like this fairy tale, like, imaginary thing. Perhaps that is why tonight I find it so easy. People who know nothing of real magic imagine it to be flamboyant. And she's saying how it's kind of more straightforward and whatever. But, yeah, real magic. And, I mean, I even noticed on social media not long ago, there was this rise of girls doing little spells and things, and they were making witchcraft seem so innocent and nice and like just a cute little thing you can add to everyday life. Add some herbs and do your little rituals, your little potions. Just a nice little addition, and it's totally harmless. If it's not from God, it's from Satan. That's the black and white of it. Anyway, so Anouk, the daughter, gets in trouble at school because everyone's Christian or Catholic in the town. And it seems Anouk has been telling them that Easter isn't really a Christian festival, and that our Lord's resurrection is a kind of throwback to some corn god or other, some fertility deity from pagan times. Fancy that. Could that not be the truth of what Easter is today? Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. And then she says, I was only asking about EST. Yeah, go and Google it, EST. That's like the original word for Easter. Oh my goodness. You're going to learn so much. Yeah, and then the cura, however you say it, it's like the priest, says nobody celebrates it anymore. And I told him we did. So the original Easter, the priest is saying nobody celebrates it anymore. Okay, so none of the Christians celebrate it anymore. The true Easter. But they do, like, by default, by still participating at all. But Anouk and her mother, who are witches, still do. This is a pagan celebration. And I know I'm reading a fiction book, but go and look it up. Go and Google it. This is, like, it's right here, hidden in plain sight. And I wouldn't be surprised if this author Joanne Harris was a witch herself. I don't know, maybe she's just interested in that, but, you know, people don't get famous for no reason. Could be. You know, anyway. Yeah, just something to please look into if you're a believer and you're going to plan on celebrating Easter this year. It's not what you think it is at all, and there is punishment for people participating in this, and especially if you've been warned about the truth of it, so you're not ignorant anymore, and you haven't gone and searched it out or stopped doing it, there is punishment coming.